The Lord is in this place. Just another day that the Lord has kept me. I thought we were going to have some church over here. Just another day that the Lord, He has kept me. He has kept me from all evil. He kept my mind straight on Jesus. Just another day. Just another day that the Lord, He has kept me. Is there any help in there? Just another day that the Lord, He has kept me. You know, old saints will go back sometime and say, I'm so glad that the Lord, He has kept me. Is there anybody here to be a witness? I'm so glad that the Lord, He has kept me. When I was in trouble, lost in a world of sin, His grace and mercy came along and took me in. I'm so glad, so glad that the Lord, He has kept me. Eternal God, we thank you. Bless your name for your presence. Thank you for being in the midst of us today as we celebrate 91 years, Lord. We say thank you for what we have experienced, what we have felt so far. Now, Lord, continue to take us higher to hear from you as you speak through me as your servant. Clean this vessel. That your word would come through pure. That your word would fall on good ground. Souls will be saved. Saints will be revived. And backsliders will come back home. Not the Dortch get the credit, nor Rose Key for Sky, the deacons, the church, but you get all the glory. Lord, when it's all said and done, we'll leave here telling people, whoever we meet this coming week, it was you that has brought us this far. It's in Jesus' name we do pray. And all of God's children that say amen. To my brother, Pastor Keith, Mr. Rose, Brother Scott, and all that make up this congregation, to Flint Ridge, Antioch as a whole, I want to thank you, Antioch, for your sacrifice to come and share the word. There is a word I want to share with you briefly this evening, my brothers and sisters, and I know you have your thing. I'm going to try to get there, but I want to invite you to Matthew chapter 12 first. Matthew chapter 12. I'm going to look at just one verse. That will be verse 25. Matthew 12, verse 25. Choir, you all, my goodness.
Yes, Lord, yes, Lord.
Yeah.
My goodness, choir. My goodness, choir, musicians. My goodness, Robert, my goodness. You all are ministering to God's people with a good heart to let people know about the goodness of God. And I thank you so much for giving your all in your heart into how you minister to God's people. We find here in verse 25 is simply saying, and Jesus knew their thoughts, and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. The word desolation simply means waste. And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. You may be seated in the presence of the Almighty God. And Jesus knew their thoughts. And said unto them, he translates to us to understand that he's talking to some Christians that's in the house of the Lord. And he said, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to waste. And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. I want to talk with you, Flint Ridge, and guests today from this simple subject, still standing. Still standing. After 91 years, still standing. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm still standing. May I begin by saying that Jesus encountered opposition. Jesus, he had encountered scorn. Jesus himself encountered being attacked as well as being accused. May I say to you that whoever you are that's in the house of the Lord, if you say you love the Lord, I don't care how saved you are. I don't care how long you've been on the battlefield, you will encounter some opposition. I don't care if your name on the church roll or not on the church roll, you will experience some opposition sometimes in your life where you almost have to question your own self. And here we find here, my brothers and sisters, this evening that all of us have experienced some hostilities along the way. All of us have experienced some disagreement along the way. All of us have experienced some disapproval along the way. All of us have experienced some unfriendliness along the way. All of us have experienced some resistance along the way. But yet, if you look at yourself, on March the 11th, 2018, 3:14 p.m. Eastern Time, you should be able to wave your hand and say, I'm still standing. Here we have This evening, Flint Ridge, here we have Antioch, here we have gas. We find in the text for us this evening, we find Jesus has God's chosen servant, Jesus. Here we find in the text, Jesus, Mary's baby. Many call him the lily of the valley, the bright and morning star, way out of nowhere, bridge over troubled water, my pillow when I can't sleep, my bed of comfort when I feel discomfort, Jesus, my water when I'm thirsty, Jesus, my bridge, and yet he's a roof over my head. Jesus, we find Jesus had encountered some opposition. Can I tell you, if Jesus experienced some things, don't think that you will not experience some things on this journey. And the question I want to ask, how do you continue to stand even after 91 years? How do you continue to stand even when friends walk away and folks find fault in you? How do you continue to stand to let people know that I'm not standing on my own, but I'm standing because of the grace and the mercy of God? No wonder the songwriter penned the words with some truth when he said, what do you do when you've done all you can do? And it seems like it's never enough. I wish I had some help here. What do you say when your friends have turned away and you're all alone? What do you do? I tell you what you do. You continue to stand. Touch your neighbor and say, neighbor, just continue to stand. And I hear you, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you, Dortch, I hear you, it sounds good, but you're not in my home. I hear you, Dortch, it sounds good, but you don't have to go to work where I have to go next week. I hear you, Dortch, I hear you, it sounds good, but you don't know the stuff I have to go through when I leave the church. So if you're going to tell me to stand, give me some application, give me some principles, give me something that can help me when I leave Flint Ridge. So Jesus said, if you're going to continue to stand, the first thing he wants us to do is continue to trust the power of Jesus. He said, if you want to continue to stand, if you're going to say, I'm standing, he said, continue to trust the power of Jesus. He said in verse 22, my brother and sister, he said, then was brought unto him one possessed with a devil, blind and dumb. And he healed him, and so much that the blind and the dumb both spake and saw. Notice how it started off, Pastor Keith. It said, then was brought unto him one possessed with the devil. He said, then. Then suggests that something was said prior to verse 22. That is very important for me to understand the power of Jesus. And I want to know from the author, what do you mean? Because something happened prior to verse 22 that can help me know how to just stand and trust the power of Jesus. He tells me that Jesus, here it is, he's dealing with rejection from the religious leader. Jesus, the same one that they tried to plot against. Jesus. And just like in the church today, you're going to find those who will go against the lordship of Jesus. Somebody I hear you trying to get all cute on me today and asking the question, what is lordship? I'm glad you asked. Lordship is simply when you refuse to let Jesus control your life. When you still don't want Jesus to have control of your life. Stay with me now. They had rejected Jesus so much that their hearts became encrusted. Encrusted, yeah. Their heart had got covered. Their heart, my brother and sister, was coated. The picture idea here is that their heart had just got thick. And I don't know about you, but if you keep living, you're going to run into somebody in the church whose heart is just thick. I wish I had some help in here. You're going to run into somebody in the church whose heart is encrusted, whose heart is coated like a cake. And what do you do when you try to touch the heart of those whose heart is so heavy, whose heart is so thick that they don't want to do what you want to do? After 91 years, what do you do, Flint Ridge? You can continue to trust the power of Jesus. And then you get here, Jesus wants to help us. He wants to help us. Pastor Groves, he want to help us. Reverend Scott, he want to help us. Pastor Keith, he wants to help us. And notice how Jesus had to challenge them, because they tried to challenge his power. Listen to the verse in 22. Then was brought unto him one possessed with a devil, blind and dumb, and he healed him. And so much the blind and the dumb both spake and saw. This man was brought to Jesus. And yet the Bible said Jesus had compassion on him. Jesus had the power, I said, to deliver not only his sight, but also heal this man and deliver him from everything that was going wrong in his life. Can I tell somebody in here, when they come through these walls, through these doors, you got to know that in spite of whatever sin problem they have, whatever shortcomings they may have, you got to continue to trust the power of Jesus to heal them. Not throw them away, not turn your back on them, but let God be the healing force of all their sin. Because if the truth be told, we didn't come in here healed. I wish I had some help in here. If the truth be told, God's still working on us. We're still on God's operating table. He's still working on our tongue. He's still working on our eyes. He's still working on our walk of life. Why? Because it's not over yet. Look at your neighbor and say, you got to trust the power of Jesus. Go ahead and look at him and say, look at me. He said, if you're going to continue to stand, Reg, he said, not only do you continue to trust the power of Jesus, but he tells us, secondly, if you're going to apply this text to your life, that when you leave here in the big city bound. I wish I had some help in here. Yeah, I hear you. But watch what he said here. You have to continue to praise Jesus. Not only continue trusting his power, but you got to continue to praise Jesus. The verse said in verse 23, chapter 12 of Matthew, it said in verse 23, and all the people were amazed and said, is not this the son of David? Look how he talks in this text, my brothers and sisters. He said, and all the people were amazed. That word amazed simply gives us our English word amazement, which simply means to be beside yourself. I wish I could go on and teach up here. This word amazed, my brother and sister, it paints a picture that they was wondering how God was going to bring them out. And yet God showed up. That's why I want us to get right there. Have you ever been in a time in your life, choir, where you needed God to show up and you had no idea how he was going to show up? It had you feeling amazed. I said, beside yourself. I believe I can testify with you, Flint Ridge. After 91 years, I know God has done something in here that made you feel beside yourself. That God showed up when you didn't know how he was going to show up. They had hope that he would show up. We have hope that God is going to do some things, and yet he don't do it on our timetable, but he do it on his timetable. Oh, yeah. Look at at your neighbor and say, neighbor, you got to continue to praise him. Even when you don't see him. Oh, I wish I had some help in here. Say, neighbor, you got to praise him. Even when you don't feel the breakthrough is on the way. You got to still praise him as though he's going to show up. And when he show up, he's going to show out. Let me move fast forward. Flint Ridge, I know you don't want me to stay long, but I got to stay long enough. But watch the text because I feel like preaching. He tells us in the text, he said, if you're going to continue to stay, Flint Ridge, I need you to trust his power. He said, Flint Ridge, if you're going to continue to stand, he said, not only trust his power, but trust to continue to praise him. But then he tells us finally, if you want to continue to stand, he said, you got to continue to trust his permission. I got his power, I got his praise, but what is his permission? Here's the permission part right there in verse 25 when we started off at. It said, and Jesus knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to waste, brought to desolation. And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. Notice the text carefully, because the word is divided. It means division. It means separation. And my brothers and sisters, a divided kingdom, divided city, divided house cannot stand. Why? Because it fights against itself. You want to see a divided church? Look from the pulpit back. I wish I had some help in here. If you want to see a divided church, just look at the pastor. Look at the deacon. Look at the choir. Look at the members. But better yet, look at yourself. The text said, cannot stand. His tame Greek word, stand. I wish I had some help in here. His tame Greek word, stand. Again, grammatically speaking, it's used as a verb, which suggests some action got to take place. Watch this, but he said cannot stand. Aorist tense simply means something has taken place during a duration of time without no set time. In other words, God said, don't put no timetable on me. God said to me, I don't work off your clock. I work off my own clock. I just need you to continue to stand. Watch this. And digging the mood. Digging the mood, yes, and digging the mood simply means a fact. The fact of the matter is I need you to stand. If you're going to continue to be what I want you to do, you got to learn how to stand even when you don't want to stand. You got to learn how to preach when you don't want to preach. You got to learn how to sing when you don't want to sing. You got to learn how to serve when you don't want to serve. You got to learn how to come when you don't want to come. Why? Because you're standing on the word of God. So what do you do when you not all you can do? You just stand. Hear this text. It's great. It's good to us because we can take this text and apply it to our life. So as I leave you, my mind takes me back to an old story. There was a young man that was out on his boat. He was out on an island by himself. So he found himself on a small island. And as he looked around, there was nobody but himself. And story said that he prayed to God day and night that God would send someone to rescue him. And he got exhausted one day and felt like he couldn't take it no more. And he built what was left from the boat and built himself a little cot. And one day he decided to go find some food. Yes, Lord. And on his way out, trying to find some food, yes, a storm had came along. And he looked back to where he came from, and all he could see was smoke in the clouds. And when he got back to the place where he left all his possessions, everything he had was gone. Oh Lord, and I heard him saying, God, why you got me stuck out here? And all my stuff is gone. Yes, it did. He laid down and cried himself to sleep. And I want to ask somebody, have you ever been through something? You had to just lay there and cry yourself to sleep. Oh, yes. But early one morning, he heard the sound of a boat that came to rescue him. And I heard him saying, tell me, how did you all find me out on this island? And I heard the rescue team saying, we saw your smoke signal from miles away. Yes, they did. And he had this question in the back of his mind. God, could it be you allowed me to lose everything to create a smoke signal so I can be found? Can I tell somebody before I leave here, the next time you have some problems, it could be a smoke signal on the way to God to let God know you need some help. The next time they do you wrong on your job, it's nothing but a smoke signal on the way to God. The next time in the church, nobody want to work here. Keep on preaching. It's just a smoke sign on the way to God. What do? You just stand. Like the smoke signal go up. God will, I say, take care of you. Is there anybody in here? No, he will. Don't fool me now. I heard Paul say, brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended. The word apprehended means to be chased down. I heard Paul say, but this one thing I learned how to do, forgetting those things that are behind me. I press and I reach out for those things which are before me. I heard Paul say, I press towards the mark of the high calling in Christ Jesus. Is there anybody in here don't mind pressing on? Press on when nobody else want to go. Press on for me. Keep on serving the Lord. God will take care of you. Look at your neighbor. Say, neighbor, keep on standing. Say, neighbor, keep on standing. Say, neighbor, stand for the Lord. Yeah. Gotta stand for the Lord. Gotta stand for the Lord. Old folks would say, if you don't stand for nothing, you'll for anything. I gotta believe it now. I made up in my mind. I'ma stand for the Lord. Stand to your feet if you don't mind. We on our way home. I want you to look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, God will. I'm trying to stop you. God will. I said, God will. Who is God? The same one that woke me up this morning. I said, God will. Who is God? The same one that caused the sun to shine, the moon to glow, and the stars to be. Who is God? The same one that gave his only begotten Son, that you and I may have life and have it more abundantly. Who is God? I tell you who he is. It's Jesus that came down through 42 generations. Who is God? He's my Lord and Savior. He is Jesus, the same one that died on Calvary's cross, the same one that died for your sin and my sin. Who is God? The same one they stretched wide and hung him high. You know he did. He dropped his head, gave up the ghost, and then he died. They buried him in a marble tomb. Who is God? You know he did. He laid there all night Friday. He overslept all day Saturday. But early one Sunday morning, he stood up with all power in his hand. The same power that caused man to live again. The same power can cause the blind to see, the dumb to talk, and the lame to walk. He's the same one. Look at me. He's the same one that saved my soul. Wasn't fit to live, wasn't fit to die. I was on my way to hell, but he reached down, picked me up, turned me around. I heard somebody say, how did you turn your dog? It wasn't 360. He turned me 180. 360 would put me in the same direction, in the same mess that I was already in. I was heading wrong. He turned me around. Is there anybody in here? Don't mind waving your hand and say, neighbor, I'm standing today. All because the grace of God still standing. Still standing. The doors of God's house are open, and while I'm standing,